You are Locked On Red Sox POSTCAST, part of Locked On Sports Boston, on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, Kutter, Crawford with another impressive outing. If you had Dom Smith leading the Red Sox offense Saturday, then you won, and so did the Sox. They even up their series with the Royals winning 5-0 at Fenway on Saturday afternoon. We welcome you to our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, baseball play-by-play veteran. Have painted the word picture in the minors, the big leagues, World Baseball Classic, College Baseball, Senior League World Series on TV with the ESPN networks. Proud to say that Red Sox skipper Alex Cora was a broadcast partner back in 2016 in Bangor, Maine. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is, of course, free and available wherever you get your podcasts, and where Gabby Hurlbut does provide in-depth Red Sox content Monday through Friday. Gabby's recent baseball chat with Red Sox pitching coach Andrew Bailey dropping on Friday, available via the YouTube channel, also available on the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed as well. With our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox postcast, hey, we're talking about the Red Sox and Kutter Crawford. Once again, he was terrific. And picking up the victory, he was just outstanding against the Kansas City Royals. Sox offense quiet Friday, came to life on Saturday against an American League All-Star. And we're also going to take you back and do a little remember when as well. And a great moment in this game we'll touch on as well. We are looking for reaction from our everydayers and our first-timers. We want you to join the conversation, watching live on the Locked On Red Sox Boston YouTube channel. Click on the comment button, introduce yourself, share your thoughts on the Red Sox shutout win against the Royals, as there's just one more game now before the All-Star break. Our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. The right stay can make you a fan of any city, even your rivals. Check out Booking.com for your stay today. So Kutter Crawford, outstanding last Sunday against the Yankees in New York. Kutter Crawford, Saturday against the Kansas City Royals, just as impressive, really. And a nice response for the Red Sox after losing to Cole Ragans and the Royals in the series opener on Friday night. Crawford, what can you say? 1-2-3 first inning. Hit a batter with 2 outs in the second. Third inning, gave up his first hit. Hampson with a double. Crawford came back, retired the next 2 batters. Fourth inning, Royals went down in order. 1-2-3. Fifth inning, the same. Now, in the sixth inning, Crawford ran into some trouble. 5-0 turns out to be the final. But Crawford got the leadoff hitter for the first out in the sixth inning. And then through 11 pitches during the at-bat to Adam Frazier, Frazier worked a walk. And then he was able to get out of the jam. Kutter Crawford got the 7th, retired the side again, 1-2-3. They let him take the mound in the 8th inning. Terrific. Gave up a leadoff single, that was it. 7+ innings of scoreless baseball. His second straight outing where he did not allow a run, right? So in the 8th inning, leadoff base hit. Crawford looking for his 4th scoreless outing of the season overall. Zach Kelly comes in. Kelly, runner on base. First pitch, boom, 6-4-3, ground ball, double play. Kelly threw 3 pitches in his inning and got 3 outs in the 8th inning. Kelly then got the 9th inning and closed the door. Struck out the first 2 batters, then gave up a couple of base hits with 2 outs, got the final out on a ground out, ball game over. Red Sox win it by a score of 5-0, back to 10 over 500, 52-42 now, with 1 more to go before the All-Star break. And I said it on Friday. If you're down 0-2 and you lose the series on Saturday against the Royals, you lose some of the positive vibes. That didn't happen on Saturday. Crawford was terrific, and the offense got going. We'll touch on that in a moment. But the Sox, again, 10 games over 500. They're 1 up on the Royals for that 3rd wild card in the American League. That's important right now. And the Red Sox have now won 3 straight starts made by Crawford and 4 of his last 5 outings as well. He improves to 6-7 on the season. And the Red Sox do pick up a victory at home. So they pick up the win, now 4 under 500 at home this season. The Red Sox now on Sunday have a chance to go to 11 over 500 for the first time this season. Also an opportunity to close out and win their 4th straight series. That is going in to the All-Star break with momentum. And if you want to be one of those people that says, well, I wish they would just keep playing. No. The All-Star break's coming at a good time, I think. And even if you go 3-3 on the road trip to LA and Colorado out of the break, that's okay. There's going to be some bumps in the road. But if you went on Sunday and you're 11 games over 500, come on. You're in a great spot. And you've done that over the last handful of weeks. The Red Sox have just played winning baseball, and they deserve a heck of a lot of credit for what they're doing on the field. Now, Crawford, again, 7+ innings, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, 4 strikeouts, also hit a batter. Zach Kelly, 2 scoreless innings. Again, Kelly coming on in relief of Crawford after he gave up the leadoff base hit in the 8th inning. 1 pitch, 2 outs, ground ball out, 3 pitches total to get those 3 outs. Gave up the 2 hits in the 9th inning, but retired the first 2 batters. And against the Royals, you saw it the way they approached it on Friday. They go up there swinging. They're not the Miami Marlins, but they go up there hacking early in the count. And Crawford was just absolutely terrific. I think he was 18 for 18. I don't know where he ended up not being perfect. First pitch strikes. All of a sudden, ball 1 to a hitter. He was at least 18 for 18. But getting ahead early in the count, 24 of 26 first pitch strikes. Retiring the leadoff hitter. So important. Kelly did that in the 9th inning. Retired the first 2 with strikeouts. And it was great to see. So the Sox, offensively, against Seth Lugo. Lefty Cole Reagans might have had him on the ropes a little bit early on, but we're playing catch-up on Friday night. First inning, Duran, double off the center field wall, tattooed it. Hamilton, a walk. Red Sox end up leaving runners at second and third. The table setters did their job. But Seth Lugo, that was sort of a sign of things to come because the Sox got on the board in the 2nd inning. Reese McGuire, a double. That scored Dominic Smith. 1-0 at that point. Then the Red Sox got going in the 3rd inning offensively with 3 runs. Wilyer Abreu, ground rule double. That scored Masa Yoshida. Devers to 3rd, 2nd and 3rd. Dom Smith comes through. Dom Smith, 2-run single in the 3rd inning. That made it 4-0. Dominic Smith, and I said this a few days ago. I think it was when Enmanuel Valdez went down to AAA. And Alex Cora basically said, hey, this guy's part of this team this year. He's going to be back up. And I think he probably feels similar with Dom Smith. Remember there was a play. It might have been during the Philly series. I think it was. So ground ball to second, should have been the 3rd out. Throw behind Smith sort of at first base. And it got by him. And Dom Smith sometimes will look like he's indifferent to things. But Dom Smith right now, he's part of this team. And he's contributing as well. So when Tristan Casas does come back at some point, I find it hard to believe that Dom Smith's not with this team in some capacity. I think at this point in time, he's earned that to be with this team the rest of the year. Because Casas will come off the DL, and they're going to have to move somebody off the 40-man roster because 60-day DL, he doesn't count right now. But Dom Smith, couple of base hits, 2 runs batted in. He's played. He's had a couple of moments at first base. Perhaps conversation behind the scenes about some of the, hey, you've got to clean it up. You're here. You're our guy. And he's done a nice job. Reese McGuire, 2 hits, RBI. Connor Wong, day off. Left-handed bats in the lineup against the right-hander Seth Lugo. And Lugo didn't, if you want to say, well, you can look at his line, say 5 innings, 5 earned runs, 10 hits. And he gave up the home run to Rafael Devers. We'll touch on that. But, maybe Lugo didn't have his best stuff. But you knocked around an all-star pitcher. He's had a terrific year, 11 wins on the season. Best ERA in the majors. You roughed him up a little bit. You roughed him up a lot. And Devers capped the scoring for the Red Sox with the solo home run in the 5th inning. And Rafi just, continues to hit. It's nice when you're a guy like Rafi Devers and you could say you're in a funk. His solo home run in the 5th inning, I think he was, 1 for 11? Handful of strikeouts over his previous couple of games. Remember last weekend, a great series against the Yankees, and then went into a little bit of a funk. If you go into a funk like Rafi Devers and then break out of it, home run, 22nd on the season, that made it 5-0 in the 5th. That turned out to be the final. Devers guy is not going to go in a 10-game slump. Maybe it happens every once in a while, but they're few and far between. So the Red Sox do pick up the victory. A nice win. Series even 1-1. Red Sox will go for the series victory and close out 11 games over 500 if they win the finale against the Royals on Sunday. They'll have another opportunity to hit that mark of going 11 games over 500 for the first time this season. Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel is the number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports Boston, your team every day. And this is the latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox postcast. Coming up, we're going to take a look back. We're going to go back 25 years. But we're also going to touch on a great moment when Devers hit that home run in the fifth inning. Again, this is the Locked On Red Sox postcast. Red Sox win 5-0. Kutter, Crawford, terrific. And the Red Sox, their 11th shutout victory on the year. And the latest edition of our Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. With summer travel heating up, especially travel for baseball games, it's time to explore those cities you always secretly wanted to learn more about. Yes, we're talking about your rival city. With hotels, bed and breakfast, vacation rentals, resorts, and so much more on Booking.com, you might just find your perfect stay, even in your baseball rival city. A New York fan heading to Boston to catch a game at Fenway. Good luck with that. A Yankee fan on Boston's turf. They want to see the Yankees win, but you know it. They're more excited. They're just as excited for that lobster roll. And they also want to fall in love with that waterfront hotel in Boston. From hotels that look over stadiums to family-friendly resorts, Booking.com has so many choices across the U.S. for your summer travel this MLB season. The right stay can make you a fan of any U.S. city, even your rivals. Book today on the Booking.com website or the Booking.com app. Locked On Red Sox postcast also brought to you by eBay Motors. Passion, drive, patience. The formula for winning championships also is what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle at the level and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED lights, and more. Whether you are into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you need and what you're looking for. With eBay Motors Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back, because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to make your car the MVP and bring home huge wins. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions do apply. eBay Guaranteed Fit, available to U.S. customers only. So the Sox do pick up the victory against the Royals, even up the series at a game apiece. And a great moment in the fifth inning. Rafael Devers making it 5-0 with his 22nd home run on the year. That leads the club. And Devers now 11th, all alone in 11th place all-time on the Sox home run lists in franchise history. Who did he pass? Who was he tied with? You kind of refer to him as the captain, right? Jason Varitek. The great moment was the medal goes around the neck of the player who hits a home run for the Sox this season. That's what they're going with right now. I'm curious to see if that goes for the rest of the season. But it was Jason Varitek, top steps of the dugout on the first base side, to put the medal over the neck of Rafael Devers. That was great to see. First NESN reference of the day, coming in segment number 2. Dave O'Brien, Kevin Youkilis, and Jonathan Papelbon in the three-man booth for the NESN broadcast on Saturday. I enjoyed it. Pap hit the line a couple of times, never really went over the line, but he was close. I'm not going to say Dave O'Brien, OB, brought him back in, but Pap was Pap. And it was an entertaining broadcast. It really was. But Jason Varitek was right there to put the medal around the neck of Rafael Devers, as he is now 11th all-time on the Red Sox all-time home run list in franchise history. So Rafael Devers with the home run, his 8th home run, and he's now got 20 runs batted in over his last 16 games. So a bit of a funk the previous couple of games. Maybe he's out of it. 27 RBIs now over his last 24 as well. It is Saturday, July 13th, 2024. And do this every once in a while, right? Do this every once in a while. A great moment. A great moment for Fenway, for the Red Sox organization 25 years ago today with the Red Sox hosting the All-Star game. And watching video over the last couple of days, it was 25 years ago today, July 13th, 1999. Red Sox hosted the 70th All-Star game at Fenway Park. Curt Schilling started for the National League. Pedro Martinez got the start for the American League. Watching Pedro and the video of him mowing down National League hitters, he went 2 scoreless innings. He was the MVP of the All-Star game, struck out 5, had a strike him out, throw him out double play. Nomar Garciaparra, Jose Offerman, also All-Stars for the Red Sox in 1999. But Pedro was electric in making the start and watching the videos, having the sound up, everyone on their feet as he was just mowing down National League hitters. That was nice to see over the last couple of days. And again, an anniversary. 25 years ago today, the Sox hosted the American League and National League All-Star game, the 70th in history. Tip of the cap to our everydayers for making Locked On Red Sox their number one listen. Gabby Hurlbutt's interview with Red Sox pitching coach Andrew Bailey was dropped on Friday, up and available wherever you get your podcasts. Also available on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel as well. Pick this up from X, formerly known as Twitter, earlier today. Nesson's Tom Caron tweeting out that he talked with Sox reliever Chris Martin. Martin telling Tom Caron that he's still feeling discomfort in his elbow. Martin said there's not really any additional imaging planned as of right now. That could be taken as a positive. He does need rest through the All-Star break, does hope to return later this season. That right there caught my attention. Hopes to return later this season. So not likely back, I would imagine, when he's eligible to come off the injured list after the All-Star break. But Martin, right now, no further imaging, no more, testing, yes, but at least not going in there and taking a look to see if there is any structural damage. Was placed on the injured list back on July 5th. That move was retroactive to Independence Day with the right elbow inflammation. Martin down, Justin Slayton also down. Brian Mata could be an option after the All-Star break because his rehab assignment in the minors is going to expire after the All-Star break. I think it's maybe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. So either they're going to DFA him before they get underway with the second half after the All-Star break Friday in Los Angeles against the Dodgers, or they're going to activate him to the big league level. And his first appearance, if he is in the big leagues with the Red Sox, would be his major league debut. So Martin down, Slayton down. You're hopeful that both of those guys are going to be able to return at some point here in the second half. But Martin telling Nesson's Tom Caron that he hopes to return later this season. Again, later this season. Is that August? Is that September? You wait and see. How about the City Connects? Most teams around baseball now have the City Connect uniforms. Can we all agree on one thing? And I'm a fan of baseball at this point in time. I do this because I've enjoyed this Red Sox team this year. It was somewhat strategic covering the Red Sox with the Locked On Red Sox postcast, and I'm enjoying it. But the Red Sox, 100%, without any deniability, without any argument from any other team with City Connect uniforms, the Red Sox do have the best City Connect uniforms in baseball. Dress well, play well. They've done it in the City Connects. This note from the Red Sox game notes. Now 7-3 in 2024 when wearing the City Connects, and 34-10. I know we're not doing numbers of the day or numbers of the night right now, but I wanted to throw that in there. City Connect uniforms, Red Sox. Hey, style well, dress well, play well. And they've won in those uniforms. One other thing, and baseball is getting closer and closer, I think, to having a celebration of baseball in the month of July. The draft starts on Sunday night. The Red Sox pick number 12. The Futures game going on this afternoon. First pitch was right around scheduled first pitch for the Royals and Red Sox at Fenway Park Saturday afternoon. And Futures game in Arlington starring both Kyle Teal and Marcelo Meyer in the game. Roman Anthony, Future Skills Showcase. Anthony sort of on the taxi squad. If they needed him, I think it's a 7th inning game. And even if the home team was up, they're still going to play exhibition game. They're going to play the full 7 innings. If it was tied after 7, they'd go to an 8th. But Anthony in the Future Skills Showcase today in Arlington, Texas, Kyle Teal did not start. Marcelo Meyer did not start. Shame on whoever wrote out the lineup card. At least have one of those guys in there, right? I say that tongue-in-cheek. The draft tomorrow, underway, Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. And everything's kind of coming together. Next weekend, we'll talk about Joe Castiglione at some point, but Red Sox Hall of Fame broadcaster is going to be honored with the Ford C. Frick Award next weekend, and at some point it's going to become a whole week. And maybe there's no games whatsoever on the schedule, because I think there are a lot of people who would have liked to have watched the Futures game today, beginning to end. I don't know what the two guys did, Meyer or Teal. Could have looked that up, didn't. I'll look it up later tonight. Maybe I'll see their highlights. But at some point, that game going up, at some point, everything's going to have its own space. The Futures game used to be on Sunday. Now it's moved to Saturday. The draft is on Sunday. That's the start of the draft over a couple of days as well. But baseball's close to doing it. Not quite there yet. But with the draft, Red Sox will pick 12th overall in the first round, and their second pick will be at pick number 50. And again, they're tied to Tennessee second baseman Christian Moore. And all the mock drafts that I've looked at, maybe you've looked at them as well, all the mock drafts do have the Red Sox taking Christian Moore at number 12. Now, last year, Kyle Teal fell out of the top 10. The Red Sox were right there, and they took him. And Teal's one of the top prospects, not only in the system, but in all of minor league baseball. There could be a player that drops to the Red Sox that they might like more than Christian Moore. We'll see what happens. But it's a couple of things here, and I'm not sure. There's a couple of pitchers that I'm curious to see. Chase Burns out of Wake Forest, Hagen Smith, left-hander out of Arkansas. Could they fall to that number 12 pick? Doesn't seem likely, but those are a couple of pitchers. This is not a draft that is top-heavy in pitching. It's college bats. So Moore fits that right there. And this is going to be the second draft for the Red Sox under Drew Pearson. Let me get that right here. There are a lot of college bats. So we'll see if the Red Sox continue, Devin Pearson, pardon me. We'll see if the Red Sox continue with their similar strategy that they've had in recent years. Devin Pearson, pardon me, is the director of amateur scouting. It's his second draft. And it's the first draft as well. Wanted to touch on this. It's the first draft for Craig Breslow. So common sentiment from Breslow and listening to some of his interviews recently and also reading some of his quotes as well, he's leaving the draft in the capable hands of Devin Pearson and Pearson's staff, the scouting department. So we'll see how that plays out over the next couple of days. We'll see what the Red Sox do. They have been tied to one pitcher, and that is Trey Yesavage out of East Carolina. But recent drafts, Yesavige's more picks 14 through 18, somewhere in there. Again, there's not a single high school pitcher, I don't believe, that is in any of the mock drafts for the top 10. So the draft underway, first-year player draft for 2024 underway on Sunday night. Let's throw this one in there. We've got a long segment number 2. We'll get into segment number 3 coming up with numbers of the night and a look ahead to the pitching matchup on Sunday as well. Forgot this one. Royals Hunter Renfroe. Great season with the Red Sox back in 2021 and called a career year for Renfroe. But he was traded from the Red Sox to Milwaukee in December of 2021. The Red Sox got back Jackie Bradley, minor leaguer Alex Banyalis, and when that trade was made, I thought Alex Banyalis was a big part of that. He's still in the system. He's got a lot of guys in front of him. But the third player that went from Milwaukee to the Red Sox in that deal for Hunter Renfroe, David Hamilton. I forgot that one. So I looked it up on Baseball Reference today, and there was Hamilton. And even at the time, Hamilton was not a throw-in. At this point, he's a big part of that trade as Renfroe is now gone from Milwaukee and signing with the Royals during the offseason. Numbers of the day for the Sox. We've got a couple that might be intriguing to you. Take a look at Singer and Bayo, the pitching matchup for the finale and the final game before the All-Star break for the Royals, the Sox, and all 30 teams around Major League Baseball. So the Red Sox pick up the victory, 11th shutout win of the season for the Red Sox, and our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Tax Network USA. Here in the Locked On Red Sox postcast, we do provide we do pride ourselves, yes we do, on getting you the latest news for your teams. Whether it's the offseason, the draft, spring training, or the playoffs, we know it is year-round. You know what else is year-round? Collection season. Just because tax season is over does not mean the IRS is going to stop coming after you for unfiled taxes. The IRS can garnish your wages, levy your bank accounts, and even seize your property. Don't let the IRS target you. Let the licensed professionals and the tax experts at Tax Network USA go to bat for you. With over 14 years of experience and an A-plus rating by the Better Business Bureau, Tax Network USA has saved their customers over $1 billion in tax debt. Whether you owe taxes, have complicated matters that require tax planning, or if you finally hit that parlay this season and you need help correctly filing, call 1-800-549-1000 or visit tnusa.com/lockedon. Be sure to mention the Locked On Red Sox postcast at checkout, and you are going to receive a $250 discount off of their services. Tax Network USA. Visit the website, tnusa.com/lockedon, or call 1-800-549-1000. Be sure to mention Locked On Red Sox postcast at checkout to receive your $250 discount off of their services. Locked On Red Sox postcast, part of the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, also brought to you by Stitch Fix. With Stitch Fix, you get a stylist who understands your style, your size, your budget. They do all the shopping for you. It is the easiest way to update your wardrobe this season. StitchFix.com. Log on to the website, and with Stitch Fix, you can easily upgrade your wardrobe this year with a professional stylist. They're going to help you find new on-trend favorites that are going to work for you. Stitch Fix makes it all so easy. Don't like to shop? No problem. They're going to save you time and your effort as well. Plus, you get outfits that make you look like and feel really good. If you don't like something, simple. Send it back. Shipping, returns, exchanges, always free. Stitch Fix. Style that makes you feel as good as you look. Now, the best time to get started at StitchFix.com/MLB is right now. You can get $100 off. That is $25 off your first 4 fixes. And this is for a limited time only. That is StitchFix.com/MLB for $100 off. StitchFix.com/MLB to get $100 off. Must redeem within 7 days of sign up. Offers do not include kid fixes. Again, that is StitchFix.com/MLB for $100 off. StitchFix.com/MLB, $100 off. Must redeem within 7 days of sign up. I think we got a couple of good numbers of the day for the Red Sox. Let's get that cue card. One more to go. And you may say, I wish the All-Star break wasn't right now. No. This All-Star game is coming at a terrific time, especially if you win Sunday, you take the finale, and then you move on. You're 11 games over 500 with a win on Sunday. You pick up the victory, 11 over, going into the All-Star break. Tanner Houck, Jarren Duran can go to the All-Star game, and there are going to be people talking to them like, wow, look what you guys are doing. Are you going to add? They're going to be one of the top teams that people are going to be talking about in Arlington starting on Monday. There's no doubt. Those guys are going to be well received in the AL clubhouse. And people are going to be talking about the Red Sox. Even if you don't win on Sunday, you're still 9 over, and you're still in a good spot. But right now, win on Sunday, you're 2 up on the Kansas City Royals, a little breathing room. 11 over, you've got a lot of breathing room in the American League as well. So 1 to go before the All-Star break. Time of the game tomorrow, take the under, 2 hours and 30 minutes. I think that's a safe bet. 35. Red Sox 12 base hits on Saturday in a 5-0 victory, out hitting the Royals 12-4. 35 times this season now where the Red Sox have collected 10 or more base hits. 32-3 when they hit 10 or more base hits. How about that? 32-3 in those 35 games on the year. Red Sox win at 5-0. Kutter, Crawford, 7+ innings of shutout baseball, and Crawford just absolutely outstanding. Kutter, Crawford, Zach Kelly combining on the shutout win against the Kansas City Royals. 10 over for the Red Sox, and they'll have another opportunity, their third of the week, to move to a season high 11 games over 500 with the finale on Sunday. I've touched on it a couple of times here. Brady Singer And Brayan Bello, I was very intrigued and was looking forward to Kutter Crawford and Seth Lugo on Saturday. Crawford got the better of Lugo and the Royals with 7+ innings of scoreless baseball. Singer and Bello, and you can join us in the future. But Brady Singer and Brayan Bello, very similar right now for me in many ways, because they can both go out there tomorrow and give you 6 scoreless innings or 7 scoreless innings, or they can go out there and be at 100 pitches in the 4th inning, or at least 90. Very similar in that way. Singer out of Florida. Bello, let's see if he can continue. It's a big start for him tomorrow. You've got the entire bullpen. When was the last time we saw Kenley Jansen? Want to guarantee that Kenley Jansen's going to pitch no matter what the score is for the Red Sox on Sunday? Did get up briefly. Moved around the Red Sox bullpen after Zach Kelly gave up the 2 2-out base hits in the 9th inning on Saturday. But hey, Kenley, he's got you'd imagine he's got to pitch an inning on Sunday. Maybe he's taking them out in the 9th inning with the lead. Again, it'll be Bello and Singer. Didn't work their numbers, but Bello is going to make his first career start. Has never faced the Kansas City Royals. It could be another low-scoring game. Both starters, one or both, could absolutely be out by the 4th or 5th inning. They are very similar in the way they've pitched. They pitch to contact, get outs early in the count, don't build up the pitch count, don't have traffic all over the bases. That's been Brayan Bello. That's been his MO of late. They can limit the pitching, the base runners early on. Both these pitchers have capability of going out there and giving you a quality start. 6 innings, 3 earned runs or less. Locked On Red Sox Postcast does follow each and every Red Sox game all season long. We do thank you for making Locked On Red Sox your first listen every dayer, and a tip of the cap to our everydayers as well. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts, also on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel as well. Afternoon baseball at Fenway, the final game before the All-Star break on Sunday. First pitch at 1:35. Singer, Bello, the pitching matchup. Again, Bello has never faced the Kansas City Royals. The Red Sox, one more number for you, 21-9 in the final game of a series over their first 30 series of the season. Can they make it 22-9 where they win against the Royals on Sunday? And the Royals, or the Red Sox, are going to be looking for their 4th straight series win as well going into the All-Star break. We are going to be live Sunday within minutes of the final out with our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox Postcast. Locked On Sports Boston is the #1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team every day.